It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
I don't mean to sound alarmist, but most of what they let you read is garbage. Most of it's designed to warp our minds until subconsciously you find you'll take the time to lick their boots free of grime and wipe their minds free of tarnish. Oil is the centerpiece, a body count of millions is the garnish. So how's it feel to know we funded every carcass? That every year our taxes pay for carpet bombing Gaza under shroud of darkness? Or that we spend enough a year to house and feed each homeless person in the streets on turning families in apartment buildings in the Middle East to bloody craters full of charred garments? And our media is silent at best. At worst, they can find it in themselves to call war crimes clashes and label children burned to ashes terrorists who played a stupid game and reaped the harvest. And every time we try to paint the truth, the news sends their slugs to suck off all the varnish and distort it into something harmless. See, the media will hang you by your feet and keep you half asleep. So yes, I'm here to set you free, but freedom won't be sweet because you'll fall 1,000 feet when I come cut you out your harness. They say those who dream the deepest fall the farthest. They also say that home is where the heart is. But if home for you is Gaza, Netanyahu's got you painted as a target. Perhaps it's not the impact, but it's what you see when falling that will hit the hardest. Maybe it's the sound of all those children crying out in those apartments that will hit the hardest. Maybe all those little bodies scattered in the dirt will hit the hardest. Maybe seeing human lives assigned such little worth will hit the hardest. Maybe it's the knowledge that you're paying for the darkest of atrocities committed on this earth that will hit the hardest. Maybe it's the knowledge that we give 10 million a day to oppressors who possess the kind of Medicare you'll die in debt before you see that's gonna hit the hardest. Maybe then you'll see you've always had more in common with the commoners whose slaughter we fund every day in Gaza than our senators and bosses. Maybe then you'll see our country never had a conscience. Maybe then the retroactive guilt will make you nauseous. Maybe what hits harder than the impact is the act of being conscious, of knowing your complicity and helplessness to try and stop the bloody deeds of Congress. And that no matter who's in office, America preserves its foreign interests by whatever means its greed demands, however monstrous. You see, we'll always need a place to train our Contras. And Biden's got a backup plan should harm befall the Holy Land. Wipe it off the map, he'll draw it back on with an iron hand. He demands an Israel or reasonable effigy to exercise democracy and colonize the Middle East. Regardless of the human cost of phosphorus atrocities, bought and paid with money they rerouted out the budget for the non-essential things like ever making Flint's water clean. So maybe what hits hardest is the day you see this country for its actual priorities. And never more no honest peace attempting sleep. Maybe then you'll look at politicians making speeches like a blood-encrusted beast espousing destiny to empty seats and fellow leeches. As the gauntlet of democracy extends its brutal reach, like a giant wave of trash come to crash on foreign beaches. Maybe build a base, throw a flag down and heavily pollute the region. Rape your ecosystems, gut your fauna and congratulate you on your new allegiance. Oops, we mean alliance. This is something mutual unless you're non-compliant. We stole something crucial on which you can be reliant. So maybe what hits hardest is the centrist saying both sides need to stop the violence. And those would be the very same centrists saying we should all accept police brutality, who hem and haw and clutch their fucking pearls and spend their time condemning riots. But very soon will come the day the centrists all get censored like the rest of us, and pious as they'll try to be, they won't stay quiet. But they'll just end up shouting in the void that they were also quick to render us subscribers. And it will be too late to light the fires. So far away tonight, there burn the spires of a region set ablaze for which you've paid for every pyre. Which is why your checks weren't all $600 higher. And call it foreign interests or American desires. This is why your checks weren't all $600 higher. Far away tonight, there burn the spires of a region set ablaze for which you've paid for every pyre. Call it foreign interests or American desires. This is why your checks weren't all $600 higher. And it will be too late to light the fires.
The pain is something, so I best just let it be. Can't hardly think, cause my thoughts are like racing, man. Don't get me mad, cause you don't know what you're facing, man. I just snap and black out and then thud. I come to and you're all bloody in the mud. That's the way it goes when you miss a lithium dose. Suicidal thoughts, cock it back and I'm ghost. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. Sickness worsens, it spreads just like a virus. Contaminated, but them snitches always find us. On the run, trying to hide from my vertigo. Real high, medicated, suffocated though. I got no rules, no love, no way for you to understand. I got no game, no time, won't let you know that I'm the man that looks loose and understands his own destiny. I gotta take my life and show you all the best of me. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. There's a little less constant now. Blow me away, blow me away, blow me away. Cut up to my head, blow me away. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. There's a little less constant now. Blow me away, blow me away, blow me away. Cut up to my head, blow me away. Move a trigger, please put me out my misery.
It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much 'cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours.
Well, now, hello there. What is going on, everybody? It is another Friday night, and it's another secret show. Hopefully, I don't sound like I'm in a wind tunnel, because technically I am. No AC in this joint, so nothing but fans, and it's a hot one in the old town tonight. Come on to the Midnight Ball. Welcome. I'm your host, Uncle Warren. And you know this lady, Miss Jimmy Sunderland, my co-host. She's all fine and dandy. How are you tonight, Miss Jimmy? I'm talking like I'm Foghorn Leghorn.
I am so stoned right now, thanks to Reef's show and his little nice and his little check-in. Yeah, I got really stoned the last 2 hours, so thanks, Reef.
What did he do it through osmosis? How did he is it like digital smoke go through the screen? And okay.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you have to partake when friends partake. So, and there's like smoke going across it, so like that FOMO, fear of missing out. So I joined in, and I think I joined in too much.
There is no such thing as too much, unless you're in court. Then you probably want to lay off just a smidge. We already got a bunch of folks right off the bat. We got Denver Attaway on the Rockfin holding it down for us. Denver, good to see you. Reef is in the chat. He had a great show earlier with the commander in Kiev. Yeti Jesus, and some asshole was on there. I can't remember, but it was a really good show. So check out the replay after this, obviously. Reef, if you want to, feel free, drop a link to the show in the chat for the kids. I'm sure they appreciate it. Miss Amber Lee, she says, I'm blasted. Aww, that's for you, Amber Lee. Because you blasted. Good for you. Go ahead and get fucked up. It's fine. It's Friday night. Nobody cares.
Exactly.
Kelly and Les Bones, one of our producers. Kelly, good to see you. Les Bones, always a pleasure. Signs is here.
You notice he put 3 M's in there today?
Jimmy.
He's so funny. I love it. I know. He's just going to add an M every time he sees me, to the point it's just going to be like 50 M's in like 2 months. You just watch.
Yeah, right?
So thank you, Les Bones. I needed that. People have not made fun of my name in a long time, and it's really nice. So thank you.
Jim. We got Miss Brandy Weaver here tonight as well. Gamers here too. Good to see you, brother. My fake nephew Leo in the chat. This Unk W is the personification of my own blood, Unk, and some dudes I went to high school with. All right, well, hopefully they were cool dudes. I'm trying to live that life. I'm thinking cool thoughts because it's really hot over here. Miss Velvet Chance, she's in the chat. Hello, doll. Good to see you.
Hi, Velvet.
Let's see who else we got here. Miguel is here. Love Miguel. I see Miguel in like a million chats. Miguel's all over the place. So he's my brother from another mother. Who else we got up in here? Maybe I think we got, I know Dolores was here. Good to see you, Dolores. Dolores, getting some FaceTime on Kerberos Media. Good for her. She and Idaho Joe doing the news today. That was fantastic. Dolores, you did a great job. Congratulations.
Yay.
Who else we got up in here? I think we may have gotten everybody shouted out. Dingo is here too. Good to see you. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people show up early, and then it's like, man, you got to keep scrolling. Oh, Colin Care Bear, of course, Colin, in the mix. Good to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. Jimmy in the chat, of course. Jimmy, Ed Heller, the pizza guy. Check out Ed Heller on Twitter, Real Deep Dish. And I think it's RDD. Ed, drop your Real Deep Dish link in the chat so people can know where to find you as well. Yeah, so, yeah. Jimmy.
I love it.
Shocking news. There's no Chicken City tonight, but wait a minute. First we got to do this. Because I'm required by law that I made myself to do this. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this pretty fucked up show with the chickens. We don't have chickens tonight. There's no chickens. I went to Chicken City and they closed the town. But what was the name of this place? I said that I was calling this place
Bird something.
You have a fucking stoner memory. Jesus Christ, woman.
I do.
I told you this like 2 seconds ago, and then I forgot to. That's okay. Let me see if I can. So this is the video is Bird Watching Headquarters. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat.
Wait, I remembered one word. That's better than most people. What?
You're a terrible person, but that's okay. We still love you.
I got one word. I count.
Well, you did say you're pretty fucking stoned, so you know.
Thanks,
I have to give you a hall pass there. So this what did I just say? See, I just forgot the name too.
Bird Watching Headquarters.
This is Bird Watching Headquarters, and now we say that everybody was gone. So we had a couple of raccoons here. I think there was a bunny poking its head out in the mix. I don't know. We'll check on these knuckleheads later.
They
probably had to go take it. They probably had to go.
Cute.
They probably had to take a dump or something like that. Who knows?
Well, it was raccoons, so they're night creatures. They'll be back for more. They're scavengers, so that's what they do.
So Leo has a theory that I'm assuming he's talking about the chickens probably being rendered already. No, I think Jimmy had a good theory that they the people that run Chicken City may be on vacation and they just turned off camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the computer and the camera.
They're my next door neighbors because the chicken coop looks the same, and just so happens there's no stream today, and my neighbors went off for the weekend for vacation. Like, oh no, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and I feel like putting on my tinfoil hat for this one.
It could be. I mean, wait a minute. We got some action. Every time I get ready to do this full screen, this fucking rabbit just pokes his head in and out. There's a rabbit in here. The fucking rabbit. I'm not lying. Let me see if I can get this motherfucker in there. This piece of shit. All right. There, see? That's a rabbit with some devil eyes. And yeah, so I mean, it ain't no chickens, but you know, you do what you can, I guess. So, we'll check in with these fools. Maybe the raccoons will show up later. They were kind of fun. They were like funny. They were the little human hands in the thing, just like, you know, doing the thing. There's a video of a raccoon that's just like, and these cats are standing around, and this raccoon kind of sneaks up to the pan of food, and he puts his hands in the food, just takes off running. And he's like running on his back legs, going booga digga 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 digga. And, you know, there's some little cartoon music going on too. Yeah, so This rabbit's a little
Love-
sneaky. Rabbit is like, let me see if I can do this. See if it'll allow me to do that. So yeah, he's just kind of like, I don't know. I think weirdos are watching me. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to get in the mix. All right, we'll check in later. So, Dingo says, yeah, I see lots of wild rabbits in my yard, and one of my neighbors let domesticated rats loose, so now they are crossbreeding. Oh, okay. Very nice.
Ooh.
You know, breeding like rabbits. There's probably going to be like 1 million rabbits. Some of them educated, some of them are like, you know, country folk. Probably don't know much. Probably knows how to. You got rabbits that know how to make moonshine and fix cars, but they don't know what else to do. Frankie Lee, good to see you. You have a lot of animals around your neck of the woods, right? I mean, you have a lot in your house, but what other rat? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, before you say that, we got a little sneaky. We got a little sneaky. Uh-oh. What's going on here? What's with this guy? Or gal? See, he's just
so
like,
cute.
see, I don't get it. They were all like, they're all timid now. It's like they know we're watching.
Yep.
Denver on
That's
Ryfin
how
said,
they are.
he says, my best friend befriended a raccoon, fed it, and it chilled. Yeah, I mean, you can practically domesticate them. Look, there's some sneaky Pete in the background there. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. So you got this guy here, and then you got a little sneaky Pete here in the back. Like, I don't know. I think there's a camera, dude. And he's like, no, there's no camera. Come over, man. This shit's good. Come on, nom 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 nom. I don't know, man. There's a camera. I don't really like being on you know, on TV, and you know, not since the incident. So yeah.
Cute.
Amber says, I love trash pandas.
That's right. Thank you. They are the cutest things ever. Trash pandas. It's exactly what they are.
Nico says, how does the raccoon not eat the rabbit? Well, I think it's because they just got a fuck ton of food there, and it's not like a, you know, a hunger thing for them. See, look, see a little sneaky decided to come up. I think maybe one's the mama and one's a baby. Is that other one? That one on the right looks that looks it looks a little tiny. Unless it's a runt. The litter. Reefer said that's
definitely a baby.
Reefer said that's just a dog someone colored. That's a callback to Reef's show earlier this evening when somebody taking a dog and they wanted a raccoon, so they put like little raccoon eyes on it and the tail and everything. It looked just like a raccoon. Leo says, hey man, my buddy had a guinea hen taken out by a coon. Well, you notice that rabbit 86'd it out of there. You know, I think that rabbit knew not to fuck with these guys. Like that one on the left, that one that's eating now, that thing's huge. Look how big that fucker is.
They're not afraid of people. There's that's why they call them trash pandas, is because they're used to eating humans' trash all the time. So they're used to humans. They're not afraid of anything. I've encountered a couple of them myself. They're scary. Of course, if you want to feed them and domesticate them, absolutely, you want to keep feeding them every day for the rest of their lives because they'll be dependent on you. But other than that, if they're with their families, they're terrifying. They'll fucking attack you.
I tell you, I was at a party down in Sunset Park, and we were on the back porch smoking the doobies, right? The reefers, and we like the porch was up high, right? You had to go down like a set of stairs to get to the backyard, a little bitty backyard, but we're all back there smoking the reefers. And one of these motherfuckers showed up, and it was huge. I would say, I don't know what the scale on this thing was, but like, I don't know. This is my head, and this thing was probably like, I don't know. Let me see if I can get in a frame. Like, let me do this. It was like this big around. It was huge, right? And I don't have a tiny head. So anyway, and it just came in the backyard there, and we're all just like watching it, you know, smoking and like, okay, hello. But Can we help you with something, sir or madam? This is not a Wendy's.
Right.
It's not a Wendy's.
This
You
is
need to.
not a Wendy.
We're gonna need you to up and leave. So
Nope.
we'll check in with these knuckleheads later.
They're so cute though.
Amber Lee says, remember the trash pandas in the Great Outdoors and Summer Rental, both with John Candy. I never saw. I think I can't remember Summer Rental, but I do remember the line in the Great Outdoors. It's like two pandas. They're like going through the garbage, and they subtitled it. And one of the pandas says, "Oh look, hot dogs." He says, "What are these made out of?" And the other raccoon says, "Lips and assholes." So
Wow.
I was just anytime somebody would. So after that, anytime the friend or somebody's eating a hot dog, like, hey, you're eating lips and assholes.
Gross.
Yeah, that was a great movie. John Candy, I believe it was. Oh, I cannot. I can't. I have a brain fart. Um, Guy who played in the Blues Brothers, not the guy who died, but the other guy who lived, and now he does UFO shows.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. Yes, thank you.
Thank
So
you,
he was
Amber.
in it. Yes, thank you, Amber. So Dan,
I'm not gonna
Amber,
claim I know that one.
Amber. I mean, no, that's fine.
Did you say
Reef says,
Amber?
Amber. Reef says eating lips and assholes just seems like a fun Friday night. Well, I know, right? Well, it depends on whose lips and whose
Thank you.
asshole you're eating, right? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
and whether said asshole is clean or not, because you don't want to eat a dirty ass. That's just
Well,
you're just asking for trouble there, right?
absolutely.
But you never saw Great Outdoors. You never saw like either one of those movies.
Mm-mm.
It was just one of those. John Candy was like so underrated. He was in both of those, and he was in a ton of shit in the 80s. He was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He was in Stripes. But my favorite thing that he was in was this movie Uncle Buck, right? Where he was there was like this kind of clean cut Midwestern Chicago family, and he was like the salty uncle, like her brother, like the wife's brother, and they needed him to babysit their kids, and he had this like beat up ass car, just beat her. Exactly. Yeah, Miguel, see? Great minds think alike. John Candy and Uncle Buck. And he had that car. Every time he tried the car and he parked the car and be this is like backfire. And
Oh.
yeah, it was just I had a shit car like that too. So I was just like I'm an uncle, so it's like, you know, I really related to Uncle Buck so well. Denver said Splash and Delirious. Yes, yes, he was in both of those too. He was in a ton of stuff. Okay, here's this is not a trivia question, and this is something I really want to know. Oh, okay. So he was in a movie with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, and I want to say one of the chicks that was in Young Frankenstein. It was called Nothing But Trouble, right? And that was a horrible movie. It was just, I don't know, maybe it's aged well over the years, but it was just like Dan Aykroyd was dressed like an old woman, like an old large woman. It was like very weird. Oh, Volunteers, that's another one too. How about John Candy and Volunteers with Tom Hanks when they joined the Peace Corps?
Oh, John Candy. Okay. I had to Google who that is. I'm horrible with names, but really good with faces. So yeah, he was the funny guy.
Yeah, he's been dead for a while. So
Yeah.
you know, can't remember the last thing he was in, but He was also in National Lampoon's Vacation. He was the security guy at Wally World. He goes, "Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose up front should have told you."
Okay, he was in Little Shop of Horrors. I've seen him in movies.
Yeah, he started on the Canadian Saturday Night Live show SCTV with Eugene Levy from Schitt's Creek. He was on there. Canadian Bacon was his last.
Eugene Levy, the guy with the eyebrows, right?
Yeah, and his son Dan, who looks just like him. Did you ever see that?
I know, it's so crazy.
Have you ever seen that show, Schitt's Creek?
Oh yeah, I watch it obsessively like I do The Office. It's one of my favorites.
Schitt's Creek really, really grew on me. It was fantastic.
Did you know that? Okay, what's his name with the eyebrows?
Eugene Levy.
Yeah, so in that show, his son plays his son, but they got another actress to play their daughter, while the girl who was always behind the counter in the restaurant that was weird was his actual daughter.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. That's
True.
crazy.
And
I have to say, like, that girl totally fits them so much better than their own daughter.
Right. Their own daughter, I think she does well as the cafe barista or whatever there. So John Candy's last movie was Wagons East. Yeah. Canadian Bacon, I think, was the movie where I think it had Alan Alda in it. And it's like where the United States tried to declare war against Canada or something. It was a comedy. And but you know, I was about to say, the way the United States does things these days, who knows? We may actually be declaring war on Canada, and that would be kind of sad because I know some Canadians up there. My buddy Yeti Jesus, he's one of my favorite Canadians. Him and William Shatner are my two favorite Canadians. Do you have a favorite Canadian?
My friend Andy Kennedy, probably one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. He's great.
Yeah?
He's from Canada. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so you actually know the person.
Yeah. A famous person? I have no idea.
There's Bryan Adams.
Alanis Morissette is a really good Canadian.
Yeah. What's her name? The French lady. She sang the song in Titanic.
Celine Dion. Yeah, there you go. There's another good Canadian.
She is like this. She is the French Canadian. So she is
That's
French.
what I am. I'm French Canadian.
French Canadian. Oh, bonsoir, Maria.
Yeah.
We got
Pamela Anderson. She's Canadian.
Right. We got Kelly says Mike Myers.
Miguel, you said Justin Bieber. I wasn't going to say that.
Well, he is Canadian.
Mike Myers is a very, very good Canadian. Thank you. And Ryan Reynolds, definitely another good Canadian.
Trying to think of
Mike
other
Myers
Canadians.
Is a legend, though.
Right. Is Ryan Gosling Canadian? That doesn't seem right. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna need to see some proof, Miguel. Right? You did good with the Ryan Reynolds and Justin Bieber. I think you're pushing it with Ryan Gosling. Okay. We don't want to do fake news on this show. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm sorry. This is just gonna bug the shit out of me. So Ryan Gosling, Canadian? Question mark. He is.
Oh.
He's from Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Miguel. I'll never doubt you again. I'm gonna look this up. Canadian
Yes, the new Ken doll, Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Celebrities.
I can't believe they chose him as Ken.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. All right.
Okay.
And this is for the chat. No cheating, too. No cheating. this we're gonna play a game of true or false. Are you Canadian or not? Okay. So Rachel McAdams, Canadian or not?
Man, she played with Ryan Gosling. I would think she is. She's got the face for it, yeah.
You got a Canadian face? Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell some tales out of school. But I watched Doctor Strange into the Mouth of Madness, whatever the hell, the Multiverse of Madness, and she's in that, you know. Rachel got a big ass. Damn, there is like
You
all
ever
the.
saw the Notebook? It totally showed in the Notebook.
Look, I got all up in my feelings when I watched the Notebook. All right, when them old people died, I was like, I wasn't looking at asses then, but Doctor Strange.
She was hot in Mean Girls too. She was way hot in that movie.
Girl, fine. That girl ass so big, there was a moon orbit in that shit. All right, so I'm gonna do another one.
Yeah, Miguel, that's pretty much what I'm thinking now. She is Canadian, right? She is Canadian.
Yeah, but I don't know if.
So now I'm thinking like the Notebook was a Canadian movie.
It could have been. The Notebook was a Canadian movie. We have a theory. Look, Miguel hasn't been wrong yet, so I'm gonna take his word for it.
Yeah.
We'll say it's yes.
I think me and him are on the same page of conspiracy. Ooh, that was a good sneeze, little lady. Thank you. Bless you.
Propaganda Live. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Any word on the Rock Fins with Denver? Good to see you. Thanks for coming out.
X-Files is Canadian.
Propaganda Live is Canadian. Bro, I'm hungover from partying on Canada Day Eve, eh? I added the A. He didn't say that. But you are Canadian, right? Prop is crazier than a tree full of fucked owls, as a friend of mine used to say. Okay, so all right, back to the thing. And I'm kind of looking here because I want to well, I get okay. Let's see. So, good one. Where is a good one? Okay. So, Matthew Perry from Friends. Canadian or no?
He's the one that's got the jaw that kind of sticks out a little bit, right?
Yeah. He's that guy with the jaw.
I would say no.
He is Canadian.
Dang.
Can you be any more Canadian? Rachel. No, wait a minute. Who was his he dated Ross's sister on there, right?
I don't know. I didn't watch Friends.
You didn't watch Friends?
No.
Look, you're white girl. Everybody watched Friends. You're white. Come on. Anyway, so guess what, y'all? The spoiler alert, these are all Canadians. I couldn't really think of anything else. But guess who else is Canadian?
Keanu Reeves is Canadian? That's hot. He's a legend.
I think he is. Although I don't see him on this list. Could be wrong.
Keanu Reeves is like the men of all men. He's a beautiful soul.
Yes, he is. I met Keanu Reeves, super nice guy.
What?
I said in the future, I'm gonna do a show with this chick Jimmy. And he goes, "Oh, that girl Jimmy? I know her. She's like total." Anyway, that was a horrible Keanu Reeves.
What the fuck?
So guess who else is Canadian? Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen. He is Canadian. Yes. Luke,
I can.
I am your father. What is that a boot, eh? That was horrible. Horrible. This is CNN, eh? 'Cause I don't think he's
Jim Carrey?
James Earl Jones is not Canadian.
Carrey?
Drake is Canadian. Sandra Oh, she's Canadian. Dwayne, no way. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he's not Canadian. I thought he was like, yeah, they say he's Canadian. Let's see.
Propaganda said all the best Americans are Canadian.
That's true. All the best Canadians, all the best Americans are Canadian.
That's such a good one.
They're taking our jobs. These damn Canadians are taking our jobs. You ever notice that too? Like British people do really good American accents, but Americans do shitty British accents. You ever notice that?
Absolutely. Yep,
Horrible.
absolutely. The little girl that plays in Stranger Things, that plays 11, she's British. You would never notice.
Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown is her name. Millie. Millie.
Can you believe
Yes.
they released the last 2 episodes at midnight Pacific last night? That's nuts. My kid was up at midnight and further to watch that crap. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Well, I mean, that's what people do. That's like people outside the sneaker stores. You know, they want them sneakers, and they'll stay out there at midnight, and then the store opens at midnight. Boom, they're there. Amberly says the Walking Dead cast had lots of Brits too. Yeah, the sheriff and what's her face? The girl that went away for a while and came back. It's been a while since I've seen her show. I used to watch it. I haven't seen the whole final season yet. I don't know if you remember, there was a season where they were in the prison, and there was the governor was the bad guy. He's a British dude too. So a whole bunch
That
of
was the last season I watched. Yeah.
He's British dude. That governor,
It wasn't really?
Yes, he liked to drink his tea like this. Glug, 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 glug,
But
glug.
he had that southern accent. There's no way he played that good.
They have I tell you, the southern accent is an offshoot of the British Cockney accent. You know, governor, don't like this.
Totally
That's how
see that.
it kind of devolved from the Cockney accent to old hillbillies up there in the woods talking about drinking moonshine. Yona,
Okay.
speaking, he shall appear, my West Virginia buddy here, Yona. Hails, yeah. Smoke them weeds, as he says.
That's right.
Any word on Rockfin says, I bet Jimmy was more interested in the X-Files rather than Friends. Is that true? Did you ever watch X-Files?
Absolutely. I have seen every episode of X-Files. Of course. And the movie.
Hey, hold on a second. We got an update. We got a possum. What? We got us. He's playing possum. Look at this bitch. This bitch come up in there. We got a rabbit. We got a raccoon. We got possum now.
Look at his face. He's so cartoonish how long and skinny his face is. It reminds me of the Beetlejuice movie where the 2 grown-ups, when they were dead, they stretched out his face and pulled it apart.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
No, I remember that shit.
Oh, they're so cute.
That's a hungry possum right there. Look at them digging into the food. You know what? You're eating possum. You're eating rabbit and trash panda saliva. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now he's like,
to see a possum play dead. I've never got to see that. That's so cool.
This possum's about to play throw up because after he just heard me. He just heard me say that he was eating saliva, and he was like, ah, and then he took his little pointed ass out the frame. So, yes, that's true signs. Possums eat ticks. Now let me ask you this. This is kind of a random question. Did you when you were in school, did they make you spell possum with a P at the beginning or an O?
I don't remember. I think it was a P.
I think it's just pretentious to use opossum. I mean, I just think that's just unnecessary. Fred Edward in the chat.
With an O at the beginning?
You could do it. You could do it both ways.
Huh.
Here in the South, we spell opossums dinner. I'm just assuming you're trying to say dinner. Steve Wolfbrandt. Good to see you, brother. And we got Fred Edward on the rock fin. Look, Fred, we had the chickens have not come home to roost. The chickens said, peace out, home slice. We're out. There's no chickens tonight. I don't know what happened. They just said, yeah, no chickens. We may be chickenless now. So, and that makes my heart sad. Because I really like chickens. Anyway, I do. Chickens, especially like the baby chicks, the little peep, 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 peep. And then when they go to sleep, they like their eyes just close, just like, no, they just like you. I saw this video. It was a kitten and a little chick, and the kitten was just like nodding off, and the chick was right next to it, and the chick started nodding off too. So pea, little peas. It was so cute. Anyway, so back to X-Files. Let's talk about X-Files. Gotta love that show too. Okay. You watched the whole thing, or you just watched pieces, parts, and you just a poser? What happened?
No, I've seen the whole thing, but it has been a very long time. I would definitely love like Netflix to put it on for us to be able to do a binge watch or something. That would be really, really nice. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd like that too. You know, have you?
It has been a very long time, but yeah, there was because I remember it was everything that you can think of was all, you know, it from aliens to mystical creatures to really bad people. It was just everything you can think of. So it was very enthralling to a kid and a teenager who loved thriller. So thriller stuff.
I'm old enough to remember the Night Stalker, which not Richard Ramirez, not the serial killer. But so when I was a kid back in the 70s, there was a show called The Night Stalker, and it starred Darren McGavin, right? And he was this reporter for some San Diego newspaper or something, and he would go out and investigate these weird shit things like aliens, and like there was one where there was like a dinosaur in the sewer or something like that. So anyway, fast forward to the X-Files, and they bring Darren McGavin on there. I don't know if he reprised his role as Kolchak, the Night Stalker guy, but that's basically where X-Files is kind of loosely based on, is the Night Stalker from the 70s, because it started off as like I think it started off as a TV movie, and then they made a series out of that lasted like 2 or 3 seasons, I think. They had like a vampire on one of them, but the gist of it was like, so he would go and investigate this shit, and his editor, the newspaper editor, always just thought he was just full of shit, which is making stuff up. But he was always right, you know, and he kind of always made his editor look like an idiot, which I always thought was funny. But X-Files, I always liked X-Files. They brought it back, I think, like in 2016.
Did they
Maybe
really?
it was, maybe sooner than that. Yeah, they did like a couple of new seasons. And it had what's his name from Community on there. The main guy from Community. I can't remember his name. But he played like kind of like this Fox News guy, but he was on the internet and he had his he was more like what's his name? Jones. Alex, he was kind of an Alex Jones kind of guy, big into like weird conspiracies and stuff. But it was really good. It just kind of updated the whole. They had the smoking guy, the smoking man on there. I think they brought back some of the lone gunman on there too. Those crazy guys. Did you ever see that show, The Lone Gunman, the spinoff?
I don't think so.
Here's a crazy story for you. So they only did like one season of The Lone Gunman, right? And but one of the episodes was about this plane that got hijacked and they were going to fly it into the World Trade Center. And this was like about a year. I want to say it was like a year before 9/11 happened. Really freaky. Yeah, that's a rabbit hole to go down. Just look up Lone Gunman 9/11. And it shows, and they're like the plane's hijacked, and it's headed for the Twin Towers, and
wow.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere. Yeah, the Lone Gunman predicted 9/11. Yeah.
Wow.
There's but it was weird. I don't know, and that show I may not even gone a full season. It may have been like a summer replacement thing or something, but. After that show aired, there wasn't too many episodes after that, and then it was gone. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was crazy. Ooh, wait, this is a fun cam. We got some bunnies in here now too, so we got some bunny rabbits.
Look at the
rabbits.
ears.
Hello.
Oh.
I bet you their television sets get great reception.
They're so cute.
Yeah. It's like these ears right up front here. This is
Exactly. It's the best part. All I see is ears. That's so cute.
Oh, what? Someone talking to me? No? Okay, back to eating.
He's so adorable.
That's like your dog Lady. That's Lady's rabbit ears right there. See?
For real.
What? Someone is speaking to me again? Huh? Anything to say important? I love chewing my cud. This thing. Okay, back to the eating. All right.
So cute.
That's some wild shit there. So, Animal Kingdom here on the Secret Show. Hope you folks are enjoying that. You know what? I love these animal cams because I always want to find like some sort of random like. You ever seen like the creepy stick men? You ever seen those videos?
No.
Let's see if I can find one. So it is let's see, creepy stick man. Okay. No, that's not it. That's just the creepy. Want to do hang on a second. The creepy stick man webcam.
Like Slender Man?
Kinda. But it's like ooh, that's wild. But it looks like just like if you had made a person out of like matchsticks without the little red heads on there. Think those things. Oh shit. Night Walkers. Yeah. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Let me try looking that up. You gotta see this.
Fresno night crawlers or night walkers?
Okay, here we go. See if I can do this and then do this. All right. No science on here. Okay. Look at this creepy shit. Do 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 do. So they're just like, it's just like two legs, and that's it. No waist. Creepy, 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 deepy, 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 deep. Do 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 do. Although that looks kind of fake, to be honest with you. 'Cause I think I see a head up there. But I've seen other videos of this where you know, they look a little more realistic.
Weird.
Creepy stick twos. It says not even the weirdest thing in Fresno, right?
I was gonna say those are in Fresno, like Fresno, California. That's wild.
California inside joke. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Randy says, my husband is about to start gaming on YouTube and he will have a cat camera. Nice.
Ooh.
Kitty! Sweet baby kitty!
So many husbands are like gaming now and streaming it. It's so funny. Like just like the how not to play dad gamer is like the it thing right now.
Oh, really? I'm trying to figure out. I want to so on PC you can put your own music into a directory, and you have a choice of when you're driving around on GTA 5 on the radio. It's called self radio, right? And they even have like commercial breaks and stuff, and they call it self radio, and it plays your music on there. So what I'm going to do is like all the music that we have at the beginning of the show, before we start, I'm going to put that music in there, and I'm going to do a stream of me going around in GTA 5 with that, and with like some Jett, some Kris Legion, some
That'd be so cool.
Big Mad Crab while I'm just murdering fake people. It's great.
Yes.
Frez,
Love it.
yes. Frez, not Fresno, but Frez, yes. Steve, God bless you. You actually subscribed to this dumbass show.
Thank you.
You're going back to the lone gunman, Denver says, but Warren, Condoleezza Rice, and George W. promised nobody could possibly foresee people flying planes into buildings. Sarcasm. Jimmy, he says he plays Fortnite too, so you might have another Fortnite buddy.
Ooh, yes, tell him to send me over his Epic name, and I'll hook him up with some other streamers on Twitch that are playing Fortnite. My friend has Cheeks. She's a streamer, and she loves networking and hooking other people up, giving raids to people who deserve it or need it or want it. Really nice people. So yeah, hook me up. Give me his Epic name, and we'll get it all together, and we'll get some Fortnite in and get him a little community to start with. That'd be a lot of fun. Great little community.
Speaking of ears, I saw that dog.
Did you see her? You want to say hi, Miss Lady? Since we're showing off bunny ears tonight, you want to say hi?
Oh, puppers. Hi, sweet puppy. Kisses for the puppers. Kisses for the puppers. That dog's
She's like,
really?
What is that?
I need an adult. I need an adult. Aw, so sweet.
She's so sweet. You having fun?
Very cute. I can't cuddle with my rats, though. They don't really like that too much.
No.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, that's right. You get rats. Lucky.
I do have rats. This is kind of random, though. Amber says, may I recommend Raised on Radio by Journey for your weekend? It's an odd choice for Journey, Amber, but I'll tell you, I've actually seen Journey in concert, and it was the Raised on Radio tour. Fun fact, was it American Idol's Randy Jackson what's up, dog? That guy. He toured with Journey as their bass player.
Oh, wow.
And he had like the Kid and Play like fade with the high top thing going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and he was wearing like green stretch pants. It was yeah. Yeah, see, she knows Randy Jackson was in that tour. Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, that's kind of random, but that's a fun fact. That was a good show too. Back when they had Steve Perry. Now they have a guy that sounds like Steve Perry, but I think he's from the Philippines or something. And that's a fun little story too, how they found him. I think he was on YouTube and singing Journey songs, and they were looking for a new lead singer, and they found this guy on YouTube, and they did a whole like documentary about it. I can't remember what it was called. It was like the name of a Journey song, I think. But yeah, they found that kid, and apparently he sounds just like him. So
that's pretty
crazy.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Random shit in the middle of the night for your consumption. That's what we do best here. Secret show. How you doing over there? Are you feeling okay? You doing well?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Totally fine.
Jimmy's got monkeypox, so you're gonna have to excuse her. Wait, what? No, it's not monkeypox. Okay, why not monkeypox? Should we joke about monkeypox? Is that a thing? I don't know. Are you scared of monkeypox? It just seems like it's like chicken pox, I think, but instead of chicken, it's monkey.
Right.
Yeah, you're not scared. You don't look scared.
No. when a state has only one or two, I'm not too concerned about it. I heard that they have medicine that can treat it 100%. So
right, yes. It's supposed to be the next big scare, but it's just like hard pass.
It's a good distraction. Yeah.
I'm worried about possum pox. And when the possum pox, it's fun to say it. Say it with me. Possum pox.
Possum pox.
Possum pox. Get that possum
I'm worried about
pox.
capitalism pox.
I'm worried about Jack in the Pox. Where it's like you have lesions that look like hamburgers. I was talking to Kira Elliott last night, and she's very fond of Jack in the Box, because she lived out in LA at the same time I did. I thought that was very interesting. And we were telling stories and stuff. It was a fun show. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It was on YouTube and Rockfin last night. So Kira's a sweetheart, and she's crazy as the shit house we're at, but I love her to death. She's good time crazy. I tell you, there's two kinds of crazy in the world. There's good times crazy, and there's what the fuck's wrong with you crazy. And she's like probably 95% good time crazy. I'd say maybe 1% what the fuck's wrong with you, because everybody's got a little piece. Everybody's got a little piece. Some people got a big piece, but most normal people have like just a little piece of the other. Yep. So Amber says she's worried about the coming water wars. Like Tank Girl was supposed to be entertainment, not prophecy, for God's sakes. $2.15. Kira was fun to smoke with. Yes, Kira she loves the pot. She's down with the reefers. I've noticed that a lot now in the last 10 years. It's kind of like tattoos. All right, so when I was growing up, not a lot of people had tattoos, right? If you had a tattoo, you were kind of like, ooh, you're either cool or maybe you're some sort of bad person, And now it's just like people look at you if you weird if you don't have a tattoo, right? And it was the same thing for pot, back in the days where I grew up in the little conservative town. I grew up in a conservative town too, so you kind of heard the rumors that somebody was smoking pot, but it wasn't like, thing. And now it's just like now there's shows, there's pot shows. I got my buddy Reef does a pot show, and
Yep.
there's other pot shows out there too. And it's just like, it's just a normal thing now. And the straights can't stand it. They can't stand it. They're like, that's the devil's electric lettuce. Why? And I'm just like, I don't know. I was kind of late to the game. I lost my virginity late in my mid-20s. I didn't start smoking pot till I was in my mid-20s. And when those two things happened at the same time, woohoo! Became a man. It was nice.
So fun.
And we were smoking that Alabama ditchweed too. But it's better than nothing. Right? So
Yeah. Yep. Gotta do what you gotta do.
well, I mean, like I would imagine you get spoiled out in Cali, just, growing up with that good stuff like that,
Yeah. I mean, we used to get horrible stuff before they legalized it. There's a lot of us that remember the brick weed and having to pull out seeds and stuff before you smoke it. We remember all that. So
Yeah, but Cali brick weed is probably better than other people's weed across the country.
definitely.
You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely. I think
potent.
it's because the leniency, and it's probably easier to grow out here because there's a lot more, reserved natural, like national land to be able to grow it than there is, on the East Coast. So
Yeah, I mean, I've had some of that the Cali brick weed, and yeah, it wasn't bad.
no, that's not
It,
bad.
I mean,
I mean, we made some bomb hash with the shake, so
yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff is good for making like, butter and stuff like that too. If you want to do it, put it in
absolutely
for edibles or
really
whatever.
great
So
at making butter for sure.
yeah, I mean, like the first time I smoked some this stuff. It was just, I don't know, it wasn't bad. It was kind of moist, It wasn't like brickweed. I don't know where the dude got it, but we used to have people that would go out to Denver and or go out to Colorado. I think this was before they legalized it out there too. They would go out to Colorado, they'd come back, and with those big nugs, oh my god, so you get a hold of those, you smoking ditchweed the whole time, and then all of a sudden you get a hold of some of that shit, man. That's like going from, it's like going from I don't know what's a good comparison. That's like going from Night Train to Grey Goose.
Right.
You're like, ooh, got fuck, yeah, and smoking it out of a bong too, just got fucked up. Oh, it's terrible. You ever thought about like growing where you're at, like having a little growing your own and
I've thought about it, but only to wait till after my kids are old enough to be out of the house.
right?
So,
Because
but yeah, I thought about it.
you could just tell them it's tomatoes. It looks the same.
No,
Just
you
tell them
can't lie to teenage girls. Come on now.
Sure you can. They lie to you. Come on, that's what teenagers are supposed to do. That's like built in. They all lie to people. But yeah, you just tell them it's some fucked up tomatoes where it's like, oh man, these tomato plants, God, they just will not grow. Well, I guess I'll have to try again here. Let me take this off of there. Boo, try it out. Yay.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there advocating lying to children.
I know.
That's fine. I don't have any kids. I lie to kids all the time.
As you should.
Yeah, I know. I put free candy on the side of the van, and don't do that. I don't have a van. Although I will say this: when I was growing up, when I was like getting close to driving age, I always wanted to have a van, like one of those, cool vans, have like plush carpet in the back, and have like a couch that fold out to a bed, and put like some like cool lights and stuff in there. And I was telling a friend about it, like, yeah, just like, like put curtains in the windows, like if there's back windows, you know. And he goes, dude, you want a rape fan? I said, no, what? No, that's not what I want. He goes, no, that's you're describing a rape fan, dude. It's like, no,
Pretty much what they are now. Yeah. Rapists kind
I
of
always
ruin
said,
it.
exactly. I was just like, look, I want to drive across country, you know, and then you know, if I get tired, pull over to a campground or something, you know, open up the couch, you know, and just sleep, you know, that kind of. I said that's what I would use it for. I wouldn't. I said it's not for that. But yeah, it's just so fucked up.
Just
how
don't
shit
paint
gets.
it white. Just make sure like the sides have like some kind of spray paint of like something wild, like you know, a Nordic Viking
Lanes.
riding on a
Yeah.
rainbow unicorn or something, you know.
Have you seen those things? Have you seen like let's
Yeah, I love
see.
those spray painted vans like that with like the crazy 70s, 80s spray paint on the sides. That's the way to rock those bitches.
See if I can find some here, because that shit I used, man. Yeah, they have, like you said, they have like Vikings and all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Vikings riding on a unicorn on a rainbow and shit, just some random shit. Like Hercules with like thunder coming and lightning coming out of him. Scooby Doo van, there you go.
right? Let's see if we can make this a little bigger. We got
Beach waves, those are cool.
there's the Scooby Doo mystery machine.
Mhm.
See, like this shit. That's a fucking rape fan. I can't have that shit. Oh, this is what I'm talking about.
It could look less when you've got the spray paint on it.
Yes. So there's this one here. Ooh, it's got like the double
Oh.
axle in the back too. It's
Yeah.
Star Wars too. If you can't see this, so there's R2D2. Here's Canadian Darth Vader. There's I think that's a stormtrooper. But look at that, how blue and nice that is. I love that color
Yeah.
blue. It's like an electric blue kind of color to
Yeah.
it. What else they got here? What the hell is this? What is this? This is some Beetlejuice looking shit. It's like an open bed on there, and then they got tree designs.
Ooh.
Oh, you'd think like your shit would fly out of the holes there, like if you're going down the avenue there, going down the highway.
Mhm.
Here's another little hippie van. There's that one again. Ooh, yeah, this one's nice. This is cool.
Yeah.
Shaggin' wagons, Amber. That's right, shaggin' wagons.
Yep.
It's a nicer way of than saying what I said.
Mhm.
680 van paint job ideas. Yeah, I think you see a lot of wizards and like, you know, magic looking shit on there and stuff.
Mhm.
Then you got that's rape fan right there. That's a
Yeah.
straight up rape fan. All the horsey. Aw. No, go away, science. No. What the hell happened here? Okay. So you got horsey. Look at your horsey. That's so cute. This nice lake and stuff like that. Hands are
Oh,
great.
wow.
I wanna get a look. This is Fraggle Rock.
Oh my
Fraggle
gosh.
Rock band. This
That
one I
would
think
be
this
cool.
I think this has got like surfer, like I don't know if those are I think those are horses. But it looks like horses that are surfing. Some wild shit. There's we're gonna show you. We were making fun of the Vanguard the other day, and how they said, "Does the Vanguard actually have a van?" And I said, "Yeah." It it looks like this.
Does it
This is
really?
this is the no, they don't have a van. That's
Okay.
Mystery van with creepy message. You think? You think that's a creepy message on there? Hey, Pix, Channel 5.
A little.
Free candy. The free candy kills me every time. Free candy, free candy, free candy, free candy, free candy. Oh, the free candy vans. I just want to see a fleet of free candy vans going down the highway. That says re-candy. That's just free candy. They just drew that. They just spray painted on. They didn't put no love into it.
No.
Anyway. Anything going on over here? No, just the rabbit.
Oh,
The rabbit
back.
having rabbit's back. It's kind of chilling.
Oh.
Soaking up all that saliva.
Gross.
It is gross. Sorry about that. Anyway, I went off on a tangent with the vans.
No.
But I want to get it. I want to get an RV. I want to get an RV and go cross country. Don't you want to do that? You want to come with me? You want to go RV? Let's go. Let's go to. Well, we can drive to Hawaii.
That's right.
You know, they have like, okay, so I play that Grand Theft Auto game, and there's sometimes you have like these little missions that you do. And one of these is you got to go out and shoot down some helicopters, right? But you got to cross a lake a lot of times to do it. So they give you this truck, and it has like two like barrel looking pontoon things on the side. And so you float, you know, and it has like a little motor, like a boat motor on the back. So when you get in the water, you go across. So, I'd love to get something like that, like a car boat that floats, because then you could just drive around in the lake and people look at you like you're weird. But I really want to get the RV. Yes, Velvet's down. Caravan, yes, let's do it.
Do it.
I just think that's great. I don't know. I just don't like to. I'd live in an RV. I would. That'd be my thing for the rest of my life. I would live in an RV. I don't like having a place where I don't use all the space. You know, it's just kind of a waste. So I'm not like a real big fan of that. But like an RV, this place I'm living in now is probably smaller than an RV. I'm gonna say yes. It's definitely smaller than an RV. Get the RV from Stripes. I know, right? Or get like one of those big ass tour buses, you know, like the Willie Nelson tour bus or whatever, like huge, and just like instead of I'd take the seats out and then just make that like the living. I think those are like double decker. Aren't they like they're huge? They're huge buses.
Big, yeah.
Yeah. You ever been in an RV? You ever go RVing at all? You know anybody that's
absolutely.
yeah. So you could just like park somewhere. I guess you could get one of those. You got to go to like a campground or something where you got like water hookups, right? So you could do
Yeah. When my aunt comes down from Canada to visit, she brings her RV and camps at the campgrounds.
I'm sorry, where's she from?
Canada. Oh no. Am I Canadian? Is that what it is? Is that why I have that accent?
Our Canadians. No, you know I love picking on you. But I got nothing but love for your weird ass accent when you say shit.
I don't even know where it comes from.
It's great. I don't know where it comes from either. Just like it's someplace. I don't know where you.
I know.
Where you,
I gotta throw like an E in there when there's an A. It's weird.
I don't know where you find it. But it's like ASMR to me. It's like just very very peaceful and nice. Anyway, so well
Is it like that don't you know kind of thing? Is that how they talk?
Don't you know? That sounds more like a Minnesota type thing. Says I've been everywhere,
Yeah.
man. Go up there to you go up there to Minnesota. You're gonna go up to Duluth. Yeah, like, yeah, we're gonna go get some triple back up there in Thunder Bay. Don't you know? Go across the border there. I don't know if Propaganda Live still watching. I don't hope he doesn't think I'm making fun of him because he doesn't sound Canadian. He kind of sounds like he's from like Long Island a little bit. Kelly says my place isn't as cool as Jimmy's rave tent.
My rave tent.
That's your rave tent. Where are your?
guess.
Do you have glow sticks?
No.
Aw. You don't have a pacifier?
No, I'm too old for all that now. But I like the atmosphere, the vibe still.
You wouldn't go to a rave now if there was a rave.
Yeah,
for,
I
older
definitely go
people?
to a rave. I just wouldn't bring binkies and stuff like I used to. I'd feel old. Like they would be like, "Who's this grandma here?"
Well, no, they'd all be on E, right? So and then everybody
Right.
would just like, "Hey, grandma, come on in, man. You know it's cool. Oh, here's a
Oh,
binky for you since you didn't bring one because you think you're too old for this shit." Uh, wait, what? Um,
for
I'm
real,
just
that's how it
saying.
would be.
I went to one rave one time and I ended up smoking pot on a couch in the back. Uh,
Aw.
I don't know. I didn't have E. I was scared at the time. I didn't want to do E. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't really trust the person I was with. I mean, she was all right, but she was a lot younger than I was, and I was pretty sure that what worked for her was not going to work for me. It may have. I don't know, but I was groovy. I was chilling back there with some other people, and we were just smoking. She was out there having fun. You know, I think ended up leaving like 3 or 4 in the morning, something like that, but.
Oh, that's not
It was
bad.
it wasn't horrible. It was just I just wasn't into to that part of the scene. I was more into the hey, let's smoke pot on this couch scene because I like that too. Um,
Yep.
yeah. So, but that was my one and only rave experience. There was a lot of lights, and the music was groovy. So, you know, have you,
Absolutely.
have you been to a lot of raves when you were back in the day? No,
Yeah.
you're a raver,
Lot of raves.
raver. Did you do the
Yep.
binky? You did the binky and everything. So now what is
Yeah.
the binky for? You said you told me what it was about.
It's
The
because your
pacifier.
jaw tenses up and it like so you need something to chew on so that way it kind of helps your jaw out while you're rolling. So but you just chew on it to help with your jaw. That way you're not chewing and grinding your own teeth and tongue away and the inside of your mouth. So
Chewing
that's
and grinding. Uh
yeah. Because you can
okay.
grind your teeth, you can like chew the inside of your mouth or your tongue. It gets all bad. It can get brutal in there.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is grind your
Yeah. Oh, did I do it again?
I'm an asshole. Don't listen to me.
I love
Um
it.
Amber says, I feel like I sound like a valley girl, which makes no sense for a farm girl out of Washington State. Um,
hmm
eh, accents are weird. It's just, I mean, you wouldn't think I grew up, lived in Mississippi for 30 years, but,
hmm
I did radio for a good while, and you get that kind of trained out of you. Uh, and a lot of people that I worked with, whenever they weren't on air, you could kind of hear them slip into their southern accent a little bit. But for the most part, most of the people I worked with didn't have southern accents, and they were from the South. It wasn't like they were transplants. Um, Velvet said, "Have you heard the Pittsburgh accent? Eek, weird."
I'd have to
Um,
hear it.
not quite. I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, that's pretty close to Buffalo. So I'm not quite sure what Pittsburgh sounds like. Steve Wolfbrand says, I have a slight East LA accent and I'm not even Mexican. Rob,
Nice.
Rob, I hope you didn't get offended when I was doing that. I was making fun of Minnesotans, not Canadians. Warren is not just a radio jockey, he is a horse jockey. I've been on a horse a couple times and it just wasn't I didn't enjoy it, not because I was scared, although I do have a fear of horses because of an incident that happened when I was a little kid, but it just hurts your ass, you know, and I don't really have much of an ass, so you know, so there's not much cushion. But I'll tell you the story. When I was a little kid, I think I was probably like 6 or 7. We had this Shetland pony, and you're like, oh, it's a Shetland pony. It's tiny. This was like a big Shetland pony, right? I don't know. It was like a Shetland pony on steroids or something. His name was Peanut, right? So, and so I'm sitting on Peanut. No saddle. The bridle's like on the ground, you know, hanging from his jaw. My dad goes inside to go get some sugar cubes. He's gonna come out and he's gonna give them to Peanut. Peanut was a fucking asshole. So as soon as Dad goes inside, Peanut decides, I'm gonna take off. He sees the open gate and he takes off, full speed running, right? And I'm hanging on. The only thing I can hang on to is the horse's mane, right? That's it, because the bridle's on the ground. It goes down this big hill and then up the other hill, and then it's my dad is like, I've never seen my dad run as fast as I've never seen him run, period. And this guy was like Olympic track star. He was running after Peanut, and I'm like, you know, just screaming. So the horse comes to the top of the hill and comes to a stop, and Dad catches up to him. But I was really scared. But what he made me do, he said, "Look, you got to ride Peanut back. I'm gonna hold the bridle. But if you get off Peanut now, you're always going to be afraid of horses. You need to get over your fear right now. This is the way to do it." He said, "I got the bridle. Don't worry about it." And he led me down the hill and back up to the house, and I wasn't afraid of horses after that. And now it's just like, yeah, I just don't have the ass for it. Unfortunately. Velvet said, women love horses. We have the butts for it. Yep. All right. Okay. Do you like horses?
I do.
Have you've ridden horses before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got a lot of cushion for it. It's okay. You can take those things.
Absolutely. I'm good.
It was like it was okay at first, but we were on the I went over to a buddy's house, and his friend, he had a neighbor that had horses, so we went horse riding, and it was just like bloop, 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 bloop. And you know, I was a lot bigger at the time. I think I was a teenager, so I was pretty tall. And so we're riding the horse, and yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was probably like an hour in, and I was just like kind of uncomfortable. It may have been the saddle, you know, too. It was kind of a hard saddle. But I don't know. It just I like the concept of it, but I was just like, I just rather drive. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most comfortable seat. It's like, you know, motorcycles. They're great to ride. They're just not the most comfortable.
Right. Although I've never ridden a motorcycle ever.
Oh.
Ridden a bicycle. But we had a relative that got killed on a motorcycle. My dad was always like kind of weirded out about that, so
Yeah.
he never encouraged me to ride a motorcycle, and he would always tell the story. And I was always just kind of scared of him anyway. I wouldn't mind getting like a scooter or something like that. That's probably about more my speed anyway. But to go, I don't know, to go like 80, 90 miles an hour on just two wheels, one little turn of the wheel, you could just like, that's just kind of like, that kind of freaks me out a little bit, just a little bit.
It can get scary. As long
Can
as
you
you don't go
ride a
out there and get
motorcycle?
ballsy, respect people, other drivers, because you have to remember, not a lot of drivers think about motorcycle drivers. So you always have to remember that and respect the road and know it's a dangerous place. It's a lot of fun having the wind in your face, being able to see the scenery without windows. It's like right there in your face. It's so cool. I love it. The only thing that sucks is like at nighttime, like right in the evening time when there's bugs. Ugh, that's the worst. Like getting bugs in your teeth. Ugh, I can't handle it.
Well,
That's the absolute worst.
now I had a convertible. So that's probably as close as I'm going to get to a motorcycle is the convertible. Because
Hmm.
you have the top down. Yeah, you're right. It's like you got the top down. It's like a totally different vehicle. You got like it's
Hmm.
all open air, and you get like a little windshield. But other than that, it's like like especially like you're cruising down the beach or something like that. And it's just like the sun and everything. It's just it's really cool. Um,
Hmm.
I did. I used to ride my bike a whole lot. Like in fact, here I had a bicycle that it was like a 10 speed, and I converted it to like a single speed, uh, just to lighten the load on it. And I rode that bicycle all the way around Manhattan Island. So I crossed the bridge from Brooklyn, made my way to the South Seaport, up the West Side Highway, up to the Upper West Side, and then crossed over to the northern part of I guess I crossed over to the Upper East Side there, to the northern part of Harlem, and then came down the East River side. It was great. I had so much fun doing that. And yeah, you do. But you had your own bike path though for most of it. Sometimes you had to ride on the street in the bike lane if there was a bike lane,
Hmm.
and that was a little bit intimidating because people can't drive for shit. Uh, in Manhattan, they don't
Yeah.
use their brakes; they use their horns. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's got to be the
but,
worst. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I when I was growing up though, it was a totally different situation. That you had like so where I lived out in the country, and it was probably like about a 10-mile ride to go down to this swimming area of Red Creek. Right, that was like by City Bridge is where you went down there, and there was like a big area to swim and stuff. So I would ride my bike 10 miles down to the creek, and then I'd get off and I'd go swimming and stuff like that. But the thing is, when you swim, you get tired from the swimming. So often I would get back on the bike and it's like, oh, I got to ride that 10 miles back. And most of it was like uphill too. Oh, so
Oh, yeah. It's got to be
the going to the swimming was great, but the coming back was, not so much. Um,
no
but
fun. Right.
Steve says, motorcycles are fun, but not in this LA traffic. Forget about it. Yeah, people on the LA freeway,
Yeah.
they don't really know how to drive either. Uh, it kind of
No.
reminds me of New Orleans at rush hour. New Orleans at rush hour is just that's where I
Mm.
learned to drive in a city is New Orleans at rush hour, and that is just a fucking that's like if you look at the chase scene in what is that Mad Max Fury Road, where there's you got the guy on the guitar with the flames that shoot out and all these big monstrosities, and uh that's kind of like how driving in New Orleans was, so um
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm. But the mountains are great to ride motorcycles in, like the Los Angeles mountains, Mulholland Drive. Those areas are so pretty. PCH, it's another good one. So,
I've seen those I guess they're they call them trikes, I guess. They're motorcycles with two wheels in the front and one in the back. I've seen like a few of those around here. That's probably a little bit more my speed. Because
Yeah, those are cool.
at least with like a 10 speed, I can shift my weight pretty well and handle it. But like a motorcycle, that's pretty heavy. And would be like, I don't know, I'd just be afraid to go too fast and then like, you know, and then
Right.
wipe out. Because I know my luck. My luck's pretty shitty. How you doing? You okay?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
We're wearing out, but I'm good. Wait. Stone check. Who's stoned?
Yes. If you're stoned in the chat, let us know so we can celebrate you for being stoners. Done good.
Yay. I'm doing good. Jimmy Warren, the buffet. Sorry.
Buffet. Is that supposed to be Jimmy Buffett? Jimmy Warren Wait, what? Amber says, I had a boyfriend that would fly on his Kawasaki Ninja from Carson City to Reno. 30-minute drive he did in less than half the time, but he was also dick, so maybe there's a correlation.
Yeah, see that I won't do those because I call those crotch rockets. The little crotch rockets. And the one time I went on one, it was some guy I met in Vegas, and he took me on it at like 100 miles an hour through Vegas traffic. Like, nah, I'm good on those. Now give me a Harley Davidson, an Indian, like I'm totally good. But you give me one of those crotch rockets, I won't have anything to do with it. No thanks. I don't need to hold on to the person in front of me for dear life just so I can take a ride. No.
Yeah, I'm not about like thrill seeking like that either. That's a little bit much.
Take
Denver,
it slow, enjoy the views. That's the whole point of riding cycles, not getting there from A to B as quick as possible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I totally see it that way too. That's how I drive now. I take my time. I used to be kind of like a very impatient driver, but then I've learned over I had a few near-death experiences because I was being stupid, going way too fast, and then I said, fuck it, I'm gonna slow down, and life was a lot better after that. Denver on Rockfin says rolling another joint currently. I got one of my producers here, Indy left in Rockfin as well. He said stoned check here. Amber stoned, that's good. I'm assuming everybody else is too stoned to remember the question.
That's
great. Wait, what was the question? What was that? Kelly said I dated a guy with
white line in Nevada. So yeah, because he was in between traffic like a bullet. It was nuts.
Kelly says I dated a guy with a Ducati, and it was okay. I don't know what a Ducati is. You know that lingo? You down?
Yeah, it's just a type of crotch rocket. Yeah, it's pretty fast.
I had a buddy of mine that I worked with at TV, and he was part of a motorcycle club. And they would drive from Mississippi to into Alabama. It's just, I don't know, like 20, 25 of them. And it was the same thing. They wouldn't like haul ass or anything like that. They just take it real chill. It just seems like, at least in a car, if you're going fast, you got like a roof on you, you can put on a seatbelt, you might have a chance of surviving like some sort of wreck. This depends on what you hit, I guess. But like with a motorcycle, you don't have any of that shit. You have like, you hit one wrong you don't see that one pothole, and then there you're going flying,
Yeah.
That's what I was always scared of.
That's one thing I don't like about motorcycles is I've always been on the back of one, and like train tracks. Holy fucking shit. You really feel like you're going to fly off that thing when you just go over train tracks. It's nuts, but it's fine. I just don't like that part.
I would do one of those trike things though. I would because
Yeah.
I've seen a few around here. They're like nice too.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the big cruiser bikes. You know, the ones with like the big like compartments in the back and stuff like that. But they had two wheels in the front. And I was like, okay, that I was cruising down there. Then it feels a little bit more like a car to me. It feels like I would have a little bit more control over things. Whereas like with a bike, because like if you lean too far on a motorcycle, you can fall over and that should like break your leg if you don't watch out, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. They're pretty. I mean, it's a motorcycle. It's got a fucking motor on it. You know, it ain't like you're pedaling a 10-speed that's just light and you just have like little P gears on there. You got like this big fucking thing that could like crush your leg and stuff. But
oh yeah, and it can burn your leg too because your leg could end up under the motor. So
I will say though, Harley Davidson had these great shirts that I saw in New Orleans. First time I ever saw them. And it's so misogynistic, but one of them says, it's on the back of the shirts, right? One of the shirts says, if you can read this, then the bitch fell off. And then the other shirt says, I'm the bitch that fell off.
I think all motorcycle people like either want those shirts or they have those shirts. It's so funny.
I just saw it so funny. I'd never seen that before. The first time I saw it was like, I can't remember where we were at, in some shop, and they were selling t-shirts, and that was the shirts. I was just dying laughing. I thought that was so funny. Of course. Like, I'm the bitch that fell off. Oh, shit. But you know, I guess if I learned how to ride a motorcycle correctly, I probably would be I'd probably get rid of those fears, you know, because I do like that, like you're talking about that. When I'm on a bicycle, I like that freedom. I like the open air, you know, and you're just like, you can go a lot of places that cars can't do, you know, same thing with a motorcycle, you know, depending on the size of it. But like, I don't know if I'd ever want to get like on a dirt bike or anything like that. I'd want just like a regular street bike, you know, just very sturdy, you know. Did you ever know any bikers like who were in biker gangs?
Yeah, but not like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I knew a couple of guys that were motorcycle in a gang. It was like a southern type thing, and they were always nice to me, but they had a little bit of an edge to them. So I think I met them.
I was a dancer, so they always came into my bar, so they were always respectful. But yeah, they're still a little janky to me because I honestly truly think they murdered one of their dudes. So
oh wow,
like
because he snitched.
Weird. Because like there was like a few Mongols that used to come into my bar, and one of them I had a really big crush on. He had like this cute red hair, ginger beard, absolutely like my height. He was like 5'4" or something. He was super cute.
Aww.
And yeah, and he would come in, and one time he said hi to me, but he didn't say like, he didn't ask me if I wanted a drink or something. So his head guy was like, you didn't ask her if you wanted a drink, get down and give me 20 push-ups for disrespecting this lady. So he always asked me if I wanted a drink every time he came in. And after a few weeks, I didn't see him for a really long time, and somebody had said that he had died in the aqueduct out where I live. I was like, how do you die in an aqueduct? So I think that they murdered him. So that's what I think. I don't know why, but he's gone. He's passed away. He died in the aqueduct. So craziness.
Maybe it's
coming in there too. They're wild.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe it was a rival gang member.
Yeah,
It seemed like
the possibility.
I mean, it seemed like the guy, the leader was just making him do push-ups, or you know, and that's all well and good, right? I don't think that would lead to murder. Uh,
No, I think it had to do with a girl. It's just rumor though, so I don't know.
it's always a lady involved. Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. He could have liked the
Sinister.
girl that the leader guy was, dating. So you never know.
Off
But
with
yeah,
your
like the
head,
treasurer
Ginger.
that the Mongols used to come in all the time. Yeah, it was weird. They're nice.
Hello.
They're really good people as long as you don't do the whole gang stuff with them.
Right. Yeah. That's what my old man said. Just be nice to people because you never know who can fuck you up.
Yep. We have
So you ain't,
we have we have Bible bikers out here where I live now. So they're like old white dudes who are bikers, but they are like churchgoers,
oh,
like
okay.
Christian. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Well, it's not the bike that makes the gang. It's the they just happen to ride bikes, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, you ever see one of the big choppers, like the handlebars like up to here? I always see
Yeah.
those. I'm like, those are pretty cool. What they call those?
Yeah, I
They
used to
call
go to
those.
the bike nights and the bike shows, and then my bar would bring in like motorcycles and inside, and we would be able to take photos. And actually, one time the owner, his motorcycle broke down, so he put it in the back of the stage, in the middle and the back, so we can dance on it. For like 2 years, we
Oh,
had a motorcycle to dance on.
that's
Yeah, it was fun.
that's sexy.
It was a lot of fun.
Um,
We would like have
yeah,
3 of us on there, 2 girls on 2 different poles and then 1 girl in the back on the motorcycle. That was the shit.
that sounds like an '80s rock video. Uh,
Right?
some hair band would usually have like I think in that song "Girls, Girls, Girls" by Motley Crue. I think they had a
Yeah.
motorcycle in that video. I think too. Um,
Mhm.
girls, girls, dun, 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 dun. I didn't really like Motley Crue that much. Although I did like Dr. Feelgood. I thought that was a pretty good tune.
I
But girls,
love
girls, girls, they just played it all the time. They just like wore it out. It was a hit, but there's only there's only so many times you can hear girls, girls, girls. But yeah, it's a good song. It's just maybe a little overplayed. Um,
Yep.
um, it says, remember when John Goodman and Homer got into the chopper to chopper fight when Homer stole the Hell's Satan's logo? I don't remember that. You ever watch The Simpsons? Were you a Simpsons person? Do you care about The
A
Simpsons?
little bit. Yeah. I don't remember that episode specifically though. But I mean, Simpsons is still going to this day, I heard, so.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's been around for like 30 something seasons.
Yeah.
I think I remember I was watching it like towards the end of high school. Uh, then I got into Star Trek Next Generation. I was just like, Simpsons.
Mhm.
Fine. I got done with the Simpsons early on. I know people still watch it and they say, yeah, it's better than ever. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take your word
Yeah,
for
I
it.
haven't.
O'Kelly said girls, girls, girls had a Heather Locklear in the video too. Was it like a Heather Locklear lookalike, or was it Heather Locklear? No, she was dating. I think she was dating the lead singer of Motley Crue, whatever his name is. I can't remember. I used to know all this shit. I don't know anything now. Just a weirdo in the dark. Um.
So crazy.
Anyway.
80s is wild. Like 80s is totally wild to me. Like the guy's hair looks just like the girl's hair back then. It's so
They
crazy.
did.
Like how can you date when you guys literally do the same routine for your hair? It's so cool.
I didn't. I had long hair, but I didn't have big hair. I I did the butt cut, feathered on the sides combo. and had kind of like a little fluffy tail in the back. Not a rat tail. I didn't do a rat tail. That was just weird. People with mullets would do that.
Yep.
And yeah, that was a little weird. I was not gonna do a rat tail. We thought a certain way about people with rat tails. That they were just
What did you think?
they were just people you did not want to be around at all. They're very.
That's weird because my mom loved rat's tail and gave my little brother one when he was really young.
Well, that was in California. Okay,
Okay.
the Mississippi rat tail is totally different, and it's a little scary. You'll have nightmares, sure.
Okay.
Wait, what happened? No, yeah, it was wild. I don't know. We had a lot of mullets. There were a lot of mullets.
Yep.
So many mullets.
A lot of colors, a lot of shape.
The girls though had the poof. You had they had like the big hair, like teased out.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And a lot of times they were like
Aquanet. Oh my god, like an entire can just for one setting.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, I used Aquanet too. Right? Because my shit
love Aquanet. I still use that shit.
I would get cowlicks like you wouldn't believe. Like my senior photo, my senior photo looks horrible. So I was just I got out of the shower and I did the whole 9 yards. I had a blow dryer and all that shit. I'd feather that shit back. It was fine. But I had like this on the day of my pictures, I had this big fucking cowlick, couldn't do shit with it. I tried spraying it down with the Aquanet. Boop, it would stick out like a fucking horn. I was so pissed. So I ended up like coating my whole hair in the shit, and it just looks like I got like helmet hair. It's just like shiny. It was shiny, and it was shiny, shine bright like a diamond. Because I used like half a can on there. Oh my god, I was so pissed. I was like the one day.
The perm too, perming your hair back then too. Oh my gosh, everybody permed their hair.
Yeah, I knew a lot of ladies that I knew a lot of older ladies that did the hair perm, like really tight curls on there. But yeah, and they the people were wearing like Panama Jack shirts and Jamaica Joe's. That was like the big deal. I never had any of those shirts. People all over school were wearing that shit. That was like Dolphin the fad. I just wore t-shirts. I was just like,
Who's the workout guy that wore the dolphin shorts?
Oh, shit.
The one with the curly hair, really curly hair.
Somebody in the chat will know.
Somebody in the chat's definitely gonna know. I know, dude. I was like 12 for real.
Gene, was it Gene? Gene
Simmons?
Oh no, Richard Simmons. It was Richard Simmons. Yes, okay. Dan Marino. No, it wasn't Dan Marino.
What? From the Dolphins?
No, it was Rich. It was Richard Simmons. Ah, it's Richard Simmons. Yeah, he had the perm and the dolphin shorts. He was like all up in the 70s shit. You'd see him in like a Love Boat, or he'd always be on game shows and shit like that. That was wild too. The 80s were crazy, but the 70s set up the 80s. The 70s were like people on game shows were like drinking and smoking. Like they didn't give a fuck. There's like people like, well, yes, the answer to the question is senator. They're like, the fuck you smoking on TV? You could like smoke on planes and shit like that. They didn't give a fuck back then. And then the 80s showed up. It was just like all buck wild. Is Simmons still alive? I think he is. Let me look that up real quick. Richard Simmons. I believe he's still alive.
Amber, I'm stoned. What do you want? What?
Richard Simmons.
Dan Marino.
Holy shit. Richard Simmons is.
Fucking Amber, I love you. Is he alive? He's alive, right?
He's 74 years old. He's gonna be 74 in a couple weeks.
Good.
Milton Teagle Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's 74 years old, and he still looks okay. Still looks all right. Not bad.
Oh, you
I
know
guess
he dyes that hair still. Look at him though.
Oh yeah, he's 74. Of course he does. But you know.
Hey, he's a legend too.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, that's not a good look. That's right there on the left.
No.
Hey, he looked like he had some crocodile, maybe some bath salts. Yeah, crocodile. Yeah, I would bring up the crocodile. But I guess he's still physically fit. Yes.
Good. Good.
Yeah, but he was always
did he
like,
ever come out as gay? Like, did he ever admit to that?
I don't know. I think it got to the point where everybody just assumed he was, so he didn't have to. You know, kind of like a lot of people didn't know Liberace was gay too. There was like women who swooned over him, said he was fine when he was younger, and then once he got to Vegas, it was just like, nope, I am not into vagina.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah. A friend of mine, he had a pair of Liberace shoes. He got somehow on eBay. It was crazy. Liberace shoes. So he collected all kinds of like memorabilia and stuff like that. He had there was a show called Mama's Family, and he had the dress that Vicki Lawrence wore in that show. He had it on a mannequin. And so his house, you had like the living room, and then you had to walk down the hall to like the bathroom and the bedrooms back there. And at the end of the hall, you had he had that mannequin with the dress on it, and he had like Mama's curly hair wig on there too. But if it was like dark and you're walking down there, that was some creepy shit. As you see her at the end of the hallway, you think it's like a person. You're like, ooh, I was scared.
That's so cool. I love people that collect memorabilia. I had a really good friend that collected memorabilia. He gave me what do I still have from him? Oh, it's a cannonball from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were saying a cannonball from Cannonball Run, although there wasn't.
No.
I don't think there was a cannonball in that movie, but that would have been cool.
But I got to
if you
see
had
like
that.
all the horror movie like characters, like Jigsaw in the Saw movies. You know, the one that rides on the tricycle. I got to see that. Jason. I got to lay in the coffin that Buffy the Vampire the Slayer died in.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was a big Buffy
he was
fan.
a really cool collector. He would let me dance, like he would come into my work and he would let me dance on stage with like rings from movies. So I got to wear like Johnny Depp's ring from Pirates of the Caribbean on stage, and oh, he was so cool. Such an awesome, cool dude. Like I love collectors like that. That's probably something that I would probably do. Instead of hoarding cats, I'd probably hoard collectibles, movie collectibles, music collectibles. That'd be cool.
That's what my buddy did. I mean, he had all kinds of shit like that. He had but this was also the guy who was pen pals with like serial killers too that were still in jail.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's right. You told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. He got a watercolor painting of a clown from what's his name? John Wayne Gacy. I don't know where he got it, but he had he had a clock, an analog wall clock, and it said Dahmer's Diner. It had a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer on it, and the numbers and the numbers on the clock were made out of body parts.
Oh no.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
God.
like I'm one of those people. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to really shock me, and like I think that's why he and I were such good friends. It was because nothing he did shocked me. I just thought a lot of this shit was just so funny. To the normies, they were like, oh, grasping my pearls. But to me, I was
Mhm.
just like, oh, that shit's funny. Like, oh, look, that six looks like a curled up dick. What the hell is that? Oh, is that an arm? Okay, that's cool. You know.
Oh,
But yeah, it was so much fun. He was a good guy. He was like super cool, nicest person you ever want to meet. But yeah, he talked on the phone with Charles Manson. You had like few phone call conversations, but all they do is talk about music because he was big into music, and and what's his face was into music too, and so that's all they do. They just talk about music the whole time. So it's pretty wild. There's a documentary that was made back in 2003, and it's called Citizen Shane. The guy's name was Shane Ballard. He ran for sheriff of Lowndes County, in this northeastern Mississippi county, and he ran on the pro porn ticket, right? Because there was this little mom and pop uh, adult video store on this rural highway that because you're talking about the buckle of the Bible Belt here. So those just a little old couple, just they're selling dildos and like adult videos and stuff. They're not hurting anybody. They were very careful about who came in there. They wouldn't just let anybody in there. That kind of thing. And you know, so he was going to run for sheriff so he could help protect the people, the adult video business. So he didn't win. Spoiler, he didn't win, but I was his campaign manager, and there was a guy he was doing a documentary on it, and he documented the whole thing, and it was pretty fun. It was cool.
how cool.
Yeah, and he got there's this one bit that was staged though. There was this girl. She was a dancer at one of the local strip clubs, and so she said, she came in, she said, if you get more than 200 votes, I'll give you a free lap dance. So, okay. And he ended up getting like 333 votes. So she comes over to the house saying, yeah, I gave him a lap dance. So it was great.
Good for
But he collected. Yeah. And she was real nice too. Every dancer I've ever met, like I've been to a few, clubs like around the state and some in New Orleans, and they're just like nicest people you ever want to meet, That's why I was nice to them because they were always nice to me, So, but I didn't really go that many times, It was like I would usually go if the group of guys wanted to go, if it was somebody's birthday, or somebody was getting married. I told you this story. We went to Birmingham to this club called Sammy's, and it was the weirdest day. It was for this the guy was getting married. And he didn't want like some wild ass bachelor party. He said, look, let's just go get some drinks. We'll go to the strip club and we'll call it an evening. Okay, so we get some drinks and then we go to this place and we're there most of the night. And we actually closed out the place. And the last song they played was Leave On by Elton John, which I found was just the most bizarre song to dance to, because it's like you just don't associate Leave On with something that anybody would dance to. I mean, what's the weirdest song you've ever danced to?
Oh no.
Or one of the weirdest. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably had some weird ones, but
Yeah, no, I did. I tried to do like Patsy Cline a couple of times and it didn't work really well. That was really bad. Like Stand By Your Man and stuff. Like I tried to do country and I didn't do very well.
it's kind of ironic to do Stand By Your Man to a guy who's in a strip club who is not by his woman.
Yeah.
So Kelly says Hot for Teacher is hard to dance to. Yeah, that's a very upbeat song. That's like
A lot of Slipknot music is hard. I was telling you that earlier. Slipknot music is some of it is really hard to dance to.
I would think polka would probably be hard to dance to, or at least to take seriously. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody's got an
Yeah.
accordion up on the stage while you're playing.
No,
While you're
see, even
dancing.
like Amber says, the Pina Colada song, that one's really fun to do. I mean, we even did like that TikToks or that not TikTok, the old YouTube song "Shoes." That one was fun to dance to. Like,
God,
you know,
shows.
oh my God, shows. Let's get some shows.
Let's get some shows.
Even like that, great song to dance to. You could do a lot of really good songs. There's a lot of really good songs to dance to, even old stuff.
The Pina Colada song is actually that's a very groovy tune. That is like a very sexual tune.
Which one?
If you think about it. The Pina Colada song, because it's like it's these two people. For those who don't know what the Pina Colada song is about, it's like these two people. They're either married or they're dating or whatever, and the romance has gone stale, so they put in personal ads, try and kind of spice up things for themselves, and they end up answering these ads, and it turns out they were answering each other's ads, and they turned out they were both freaks and they didn't even know it. So Steve is confirming that polka doesn't work well in strip clubs.
Okay. What was that one I did dance to? That Supertramp song we were talking about that I was telling you about. That one was very embarrassing.
A logical song?
Yeah. That one I think was more fun to just listen to than dance to, right?
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I mean, okay, so Leave On is a slow song. I mean, it's like it's okay, I can understand that. I mean, it's probably easy to dance to, although the lady who was dancing, she kind of had a perplexed look on her face, like, really? This is really? Anyway, but it's easy to dance to, like, kind of a, you know, a slow thing, but the song is about him and his kid, and how the kid's outgrowing the dad and stuff. I'm like, you know, that's like, that would be like that song, was it there the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon? Everybody likes dancing to that song. It's like, the fuck are you gonna dance to that in a strip club?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's listening to the words though, because like I've danced to Lithium from Evanescence there, and that's talking about the drugs. So
I don't know. Leave On though is a very specific song. That's like like some, you know.
Yeah.
If you're in, and especially I come from a music background where I would, like, I played a lot of tunes on the radio, and that was one of them. And when me and my two buddies were there, and when they started playing that, the dancer was kind of like, okay, I'm dancing this, all right, fine. And then me and my buddies were still looking at each other like, and all we were driving back home. The whole time we were going, leave on likes them titties. Oh, the whole time we were like, titties. So anyway,
oh my goodness.
That was
I've had a
one.
customer request for U2. That was really hard to dance to.
Which one?
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't even listen to them.
If it's All I Want Is You, that would actually probably be a really good song to dance to. It's nice and slow, and it's a romantic song, I think.
Okay.
'Cause all I want is you, and that. I always like that's one of my. I don't really like U2 that much, but I do like that particular song. That's a really that and Pride in the Name of Love. That's probably the two I like the most. The rest of them just like, I can really kind of do without it. So anyway, kept you long enough. We've gone 2 hours. We're at a good stopping point. You think? Feeling all right? You ready to get some more drugs? Get some drugs.
Yes.
Some drugs. You got those drugs. So you you and I will be back together on Kerberos Media Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the Newsy News. That is correct.
That is correct.
The Newsy News. That's what I call it. Newsy News.
It's the best.
I like it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of easy to remember too, a little bit.
Exactly.
What have you got going on? You working on stuff?
Not that I know of. I think we are. No, Amber just released another one of the Truth Bombs videos earlier today. So head over to Karatiti and check that out. That was really cool of her. She's been really doing the Truth Bombs with Patrick Lowell or Lovell. I can't remember his last name. Those are really cool. This Sunday, I think we're doing a chat show. I just don't know who or what it is yet. So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then the news. That's it.
Newsy News.
Newsy news.
Yeah, Kelly says today is World UFO Day. Keep looking up.
Oh, yay.
Steve says, good team.
My
She's
birthday
too good.
month, you guys. I'm excited.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up soon, right? You're gonna be what you gonna be 21? Is that right?
I wish. I'm excited. I'm gonna be hitting 40 in a couple of years, and I've heard that 40 is like the 40s are your best years, so I'm kind of excited. But yes, I will be 37. Whoa, I had to think about it.
I know. The older you get, the harder the math is. Steve says, good team. She's too good for you. Of course.
What?
Steve,
Good team.
Steve, what I always say is always surround yourself with people who are smarter than you and more talented than you, because all you can do is learn from them.
Absolutely.
Keep your ego in check and learn from people, and you will be a better person.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you like UFO stuff. We all like UFO stuff here too. Kind of nutty about that. As for me, tomorrow night, 12:15, we're doing the secret show again. Jett is going to be on. He says he's going to do a bunch of covers. So there goes.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be a nice copyright strike for YouTube, but at least Rockfin will be safe.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
All right.
So yeah,
we have to scheme on finding the best song for him to play tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you can help chart that course there. Put in your requests.
I don't.
I think he's amenable to hooking that up for people. So, that's going on tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channels.
Yay.
At 12:15. There'll be shows going on before then. I think Beauty and the Boomer and Political Matrix. Those will probably maybe still be going on by the time we go on, but that's all right. Just pile in after those shows. The best after party on the interwebs on Saturday nights. And so you and I on Wednesday and next Thursday, I've already booked an extra Bulla show with Delilah Barrios. She is the Green Party candidate for governor of Texas. I've already warned her that I'm going to be asking her some tough but fair questions, but also some very bizarre questions as well, because, that's that kind of show. So yeah. Let me just shout out everybody here. Any Word, Indie Left, and Denver on the Rockfin. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us this evening / morning. Miss Brandy and Velvet Trance and Kelly and Signs, Amber. I go up here. Steve Wolfbrand, the best name, the best radio name on the planet. Who else we got here? I know some folks that were here earlier. I know Yona was here. Frankie Lee, good to see you. Les Bones, one of our other producer of the show. Good to see you. Who else we got up in this mug? No, Reef was here earlier too. And Colin, my two INN brothers. Always a pleasure. Had a great time on Reef's show earlier this evening. Like I said, check out INN, check out Kerberos Media, check out all the shows that we have for you. Miss Kelly, good to see you. I think Dolores was here. Propaganda Live. I'm missing a few people. Anyway, but I always enjoy doing these shows. This was a little surprise. Dingo, good to see you. I started doing this by myself not too long ago. We're already up to what 22 shows now, and then Miguel, good to see you. And then you got into the mix, and I think you have made what I thought was a decent show, really, really good show. Now, I enjoy doing this with you. I think you're very talented, and we're trying to get Jimmy her own show too. So just for her, just something that she wants to do, produce it herself and get her out there and let people see what a wonderful and talented person she is. So anytime you see her in the chats or whatever, give her some love, show your support, and like I said, we need more talent in this space, not just for the news stuff and the serious stuff, but also for the fun stuff to kind of keep us keep our powder dry, as it were. So any final thoughts, anything you want to add there, Chief?
I appreciate you. That's all.
Oh,
You're the best.
I'm all right. I don't have 3 M's in my name like Jimmy does.
Not yet.
I'm working on adding more letters.
2 R's, which is cool.
2 R's, like I'm a pirate.
That's right.
Indy says, will that be an INN show that you have? Hope so. So see, you already got some support. And Velvet says, Kelly says, if Jimmy gets her own show, she'll get a word in edgewise. Just saying. Look, she's got an easy job on this show. All right, Kelly. So don't be fucking it up for her, okay? She gets to say whatever she wants, whenever she wants, but I'm the one that keeps us from having dead air. So it's
that's right.
That's the way it works.
Thank you for that.
I know, right? Look, that's why I like being on Reef's show. Reef can fill some time. I love Reef.
That's right.
Reef can fill some time, and I didn't have to do nothing tonight. It was great.
Good.
Gamer too. Gamer, good to see you. Thanks, brother. Velvet said I want to see Jimmy's show too. So you got a lot of support here. Gamer, it's okay if you want to catch the replay. That's fine. It's no big deal. It'll be here waiting for you. But yeah, it's a lot of love in the space. That's why I love the people in the chat. That's why I love you, and I love everybody else that I work with. I've been very fortunate to meet wonderful people that actually care about what they're doing, and they care about informing people, and they care about trying to make things a little bit better for others. So
Yes.
getting a lot of support in the chat here. That's really cool. But thanks everybody.
I know, you guys are all gonna make me cry. Like, this is all I've been doing.
I'm gonna need a moment.
It's my cancer. I can't help it. I just
stop
cry
it.
over everything. Thank you.
I cry when I'm out of sandwich meat because that's a very sad time.
I would cry.
Anyway,
I'd cry with you.
anyway, everybody have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Wash your ass, keep it clean. You never know when you're going to be in jail and you'll have to be a power bottom. Wait, what? Good night, everybody.
Shut up, bitch!